Moving on to Unit 2, Lesson 17. This is going to be our introduction to rational functions. Rational functions, simply put, are functions that have variables in the numerator and denominator, or just one in the denominator uh, of a fraction. So we'll start off just talking about traveling. So if you're going to travel 10 miles on a bike, there's a relationship between the distance that you travel, the speed at which you go, called the rate, and the amount of time that it's going to take you to travel. And you'll remember this relationship from middle school. Distance is equal to rate times time. Okay? Now, we're going to be concerned with this relationship, distance equals rate times time, but we're going to look at it a couple of different ways. Remembering that if I wanted to figure out time, how long it's going to take me to travel, I need to know the distance, yes, but if I take this initial distance equals rate times time, divide both sides by rate, I know that the time it takes me to travel is the distance divided by the rate, or the speed at which I travel. In addition to that, I know that the rate of travel is equal to the distance that I travel divided by the amount of time it takes me. So these three relationships are going to be pretty important moving forward. Okay, so we want to kind of remember all three of these relationships. So, moving down here now, Kieran's aunt plans to bike 10 miles. What we want to know is how long will it take if she bikes an average rate of 10 miles per hour? So how long will it take? If we go back up here, the how long will it take, we will get from this equation. Time is the answer to a question, how long will it take? So I know that the time is going to be how far she travels, which is 10 miles, and she's traveling 8 miles an hour, and I just do a very simple 10 divided by 8 in the calculator, and I get it will take her 1.25 hours if she travels 10 miles at a rate of 8 miles per hour. Now, we want to know how long will it take if she bikes an average rate of R miles per hour. Well, that's really simple as well. How long will it take? Sorry about that. I opened the wrong page. How long will it take is the amount of time that it takes. She's still traveling 10 miles an hour, but now we don't know her rate. Her rate could be anything. Okay, so we just leave R as a variable, and we'll see this is our very first rational equation. Okay, now number 3 here, Kieran wants to join his aunt, but he only has 45 minutes to exercise. What will their average rate need to be for him to finish on time? So now we want to know what is the rate, and I know the rate is the distance divided by the amount of time. What things do we know here? Well, I know that the time is 45 minutes. But if our rate is in miles per hour, I know that 45 minutes is equal to 0.75, or 3/4 of an hour, right? 45 minutes is 3/4 of an hour. So we want to try to keep our units of measure the same. So the rate that they will need to travel, just put 10 in for our distance. We're going 10 miles at a rate, or we need to finish in 0.75 hours. That'll give us a rate, when I divide that out in a calculator, of 13.33 miles per hour. Okay, now the question is, what will their average rate need to be if they have T hours to exercise? We do the exact same thing. We take the equation for rate, and the rate is going to be the 10 miles that they're going to travel, and we're trying to figure out the rate they go if they have an undisclosed amount of hours to exercise. So there's another rational equation. So this was just an intro to putting together rational equations. In the next video, what we'll do is we will see how to use these equations and what the graphs of these equations and the functions will look like.